Hi you all, how are you? I am here at home busy watching kids, my own and my friends' kids. So I'm supposed to be connecting with you all. We're supposed to be getting together, but I just feel like a video is the best thing to do for now because I'm awfully busy and I know you guys are finishing up with school and stuff like that. So hopefully me and Betsaida can get together and plan a little meeting for all of us by the end of May when you guys are out of school. And we can just talk more in depth about what I'm going to share with you all here. So I have kids here. If you hear them screaming, playing, laughing, crying, it's because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids at my house right now. So, and I have a few missing, but okay, so here we go. I want to talk to you guys about effective teaching, right, and effective learning. Remember, we have ages 2 to 4, okay? For these ages, from age 2 to 4, there's a drastic developmental difference, okay? There's a big gap on how they learn and how they socialize, okay? So a 2-year-old may feel comfortable sitting in back of his friend and playing with his own toy and not sharing, and that's okay. We don't really want to pressure a 2-year-old to share their toys all the time when someone else comes. What we need to do is teach the other kids to respect their environment and respect their work environment. Okay, so one of the things we can do is tell them, oh, he's working, and remember, we aren't going to disturb him right now, and we're going to give them a toy and they can play their own game. By the age of 4, they're already sharing, and they're sharing voluntarily. A lot of times they want to have that interaction with other kids, and they like to pretend, and they like to pretend play. So at that age, it's good to encourage that, encourage sharing, and get them together to pretend like they're in the kitchen and someone's feeding another and serving one another. It's really good to teach biblical principles through pretend play. One of the things that we have to keep in mind is their emotional readiness or their emotional status, right? Some kids walk into the classroom and they're a mess. They're crying. They don't want to separate from mom. They may have separation anxiety. And so we want to make sure that that child is calm before we move on and that we've given him what they need. Okay? And their well-being, their emotional well-being is super important to us. At that age, they have trouble regulating their emotions, so we have to help them with that. Think about it. How much would you learn if you were emotionally distraught, if you were upset about something? How much would you learn in a classroom? The other thing I want to talk about is connecting with them. So one of the first things you want to do when they walk in the classroom is start asking questions. How was your week? How has your day went? What did you eat for breakfast? You know, what are your favorite colors? Who's your favorite person in your life right now? Ask them questions, and this is going to help you create a relationship with them. It's going to help you bond with them. The next thing we should be doing is physical touch, healthy physical touch, okay? Maybe tapping them on the back and saying, you know, what great effort they put into their craft. Maybe holding the really young ones because they need that. They need that hug. They need that physical touch, okay? Maybe allowing them to, sit on your leg and switch the pages of the book and things like that, okay, can help them feel comfortable. Another thing is hand games. So I don't know if you guys know what thumb wars are. You can do thumb wars, you can do Itsy Bitsy Spider, you can do patty cake. All right, there are different hand games that you can play with young children that get them to interact with you and engage. And if they like you, they'll learn from you. I learned that a while back. And we just want to get them comfortable in the classroom. All right, so remember, there should be a table dividing the classroom. We don't want them playing right away. We want them to come in, and we want them to be ready to engage and learn. Another thing we should be doing is priming their brains, okay? So just like when you paint a wall, you have to put primer on and get it ready for the real paint. We have to prime their brains and get them ready for the real learning, okay? And we do that through worship. So worship time is a time to prime their brains by movement and playing, and dancing around. Let them repeat those songs. Let them learn them. Let them worship dance. You can do a little circle, have someone in the middle dancing, and they can take turns. They really like that. You can do several, jumping and several different types of movements to get them, excited and to prime their brains. Remember, their brain is releasing a chemical called dopamine, and dopamine is going to help them be happy in class, and that's what we want. We want happy children, right? So another thing we can do is have a structured environment, and that's what we're working on. Remember, structure is super important. Okay, so this is the structure. Get ready to copy this down. Pause it if you have to get a paper and a pencil or notebook. Okay, this is our structure. Ready? Number 1, we are asking them questions. I know our curriculum has questions, so you can take 2 or 3 questions out of there, and then you can take 2 or 3 of your own that are going to help you bond with them. So you have 2 different types of questions. You have the bonding ones, all right, and then you have the questions that are going to get them to think about the future lesson, what we're going to teach them in a few minutes. Okay, so then we have number 2, we have worship. So here we're priming their brains, we're getting their spirit ready, where the Holy Spirit is coming in, and we're inviting the Holy Spirit in, and we are making the environment spiritually ready to receive the word. Then number 3 is prayer. All right, we also want to make sure we're praying for their needs. Okay, so if you want to follow the curriculum, use that prayer, but you should also be praying for their needs. What are they feeling? Why are they sad? Why are they happy? Pray. Let's give praise to God for that. Let's ask God to help us in our struggles, and we're going to teach them. Okay, remember, some children don't have this at home, and they only get it on Sundays at church, and you're the one God is placing in their lives to teach them that. Another thing is number 4 is Bible verse. So we're going to go over the Bible verse. Some of the kids are reading at 4, some of them are not reading. So you can do a mix of words and symbols to post the Bible verse. You can do it with paper, you can do it on a dry erase board, or however you would like, but try to get like some symbols and words in there, and try to get them to say this verse 3 times during the class, okay, during the visit. So we want to say it before maybe the Bible story, after the Bible story, and maybe during playing you can pause and say, hey, who remembers the Bible verse? And say it one more time. So after Bible verse comes a Bible story. You want to have like the children's Bible, or you can have your own book, or you can have your own story. It doesn't necessarily have to be a children's Bible, where you can really talk to the children about a lesson, right? Give them a message, and it should have to do with a moral principle that we're teaching them. Number 6 is activity. Okay, so we're going to do an activity. We're going to do a craft. We're going to color something in. We're going to do a game, okay? Just pick one activity. It doesn't have to be something hard or something costly. It can be something, with objects that you found in your backyard. It can be something with objects you found in your junk drawer at home. And you can often take the activity from the curriculum, but if you can't match that activity, find something similar to it and make it your own and do it with the kids. That should be like 10 to 15 minutes of activity. then they are free to play. And just remember, some kids play well together, some don't. So those who don't have, those who struggle to play together well, just separate them and you teach them how to play. A lot of kids do not have moms and dads at home sitting down to play with them in this world, and it's really hard to get kids to obey, to follow rules. And we can do that through games too. So if you want to bring a game in, a game is going to teach them obedience. It's going to teach them how to follow rules. And that's what we really want our kids to learn. And that's what's going to make them amazing servers and amazing people of God as they grow up and as they, add value to their workplace, to their schools, and to their churches. If you can follow rules, if you can obey, if you can be part of a group effort, a team effort, then you are going to be a successful individual. And that's what we're trying to teach them from day one. Okay, so just because they're little doesn't mean that they can't learn these things. Some kids already know these things, some don't. And we're just going to choose those that need to be, worked on. And we're going to help them out with those struggles. So I hope these things have helped you. If you have any questions, please call me. You can also email me, homenhearts@yahoo.com. So it's HOMENHEARTS@yahoo.com. And I'm usually available to talk with you after 1 p.m. So don't be afraid to call me and ask me questions. And you can even approach me at church. I usually stay after church just to listen to you all and talk with people. So I am available after church also. So I hope this has helped you all, and I hope we can have a meeting soon and have a good time and learn together. Have a wonderful day. God bless you.